you, but we're not done with the story just yet.
Right, okay, let's take it to our next guest. Joining us is Ankit Sharma. He's a Senior Director and Head of Solution Engineering at Cyble Inc. It's a globally renowned cybersecurity firm specializing in combating cyber threats and safeguarding sensitive data. Ankit, thank you for joining us early this morning. Ankit, we were just talking a little bit about where data privacy stands today in the country. I want to understand from you, when you look around you, when you see your family members, your friends, as someone who works in big data, what do you see are the most common mistakes people are still making? Because we talk so much about this topic, it feels like there's some awareness around it now. But what are the things you see people continue to still do, the mistakes they do, kind of the warning you could give everyone?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And the thing that I see everywhere is there's still a battle between the ease of use and securing your data, right? People are, so in my family also, I keep on seeing that they are downloading just anything from any source, right? Which is asking for any sort of permission and they're allowing it, right? On their mobile phones that, okay, this app is asking for this kind of permission, allow it. It's just making my life easy. Another issue that I see everywhere is that now it's time. You guys have just discussed about the deepfakes, right? But deepfake also works on the historic data, right? You have to feed certain inputs on the to the deepfake to make it work properly, right? So if I'm having your video, I know when you're talking what kind of eye motions you are making or your lip movements and all those things, then only I can create a deepfake video about you, right? So now it's a time to limit the data sharing. Whatever you're sharing on social media, restrict it to the guys, who are really in a close connection, right? Adjust your privacy settings. Since the early ages, we are talking about the importance of having a strong password, enabling two-factor authentication, wherever possible, enable biometric two-factor authentication, right? Don't reuse the same password every time, right? And the most important thing is keep a close look on, whatever financial statements that you are having. Set up alerts whenever there is any kind of email, whenever somebody does any kind of a login or try to do any kind of a transaction or something like that, you immediately need that kind of alert to inform the authorities, right?
Sure. Ankit, can I ask you then this question? You make a very important point on limiting access and what you throw out on social media, but you're talking to a generation that lives online. Yeah. They are vlogging every minute of their life. They are blogging about all emotions, good, bad, ugly. To them, what do you have to say?
Use your common sense, as much as possible, because right now we are seeing a lot of deepfake videos, right? A lot of pornographic material being shared on the internet by morphing the images and things like that. So the one good thing that I feel that current generation has is they have some sense of knowledge to differentiate between a deepfake video and a normal video, right? They have seen so much of the stuff, but what I would suggest to the current generation is that obviously there are a lot of guys who are actually earning from it, right? They can't just stop their online presence.
It's their marketplace, yeah.
It's their marketplace, it's their livelihood, right? So but yeah, there are certain things that just trust on the news or the videos which you are getting from the the legit sources. I'll only trust on the sources on the videos which I'm getting from CNN, for that matter. I'll not trust on the videos which is coming from a local news channel or something like that, right? And once you are sure that this is authenticated and this is something which is valid, right? Then only do a resharing of that. The biggest problem right now that we are having in this social media age is the problem of reshare, right? A fake video, somebody sees it, they have thousands of followers, lakhs of followers, they reshare it. The lakhs of followers, so that is the biggest problem right now, which the police department is also facing. We are working a lot with police department to tackle these kind of issues, to identify which was the source who created that video, because it has been retweeted multiple times, right? So yeah, so there are certain ethical, ways that everybody has to be digitally literate now. That's what I feel.
Ankit, give a shout out next to the apps and the platforms that you think consumers can use to help them in this fight. Years ago, Truecaller was that thing. You could actually verify when you got a call where it was coming from. I want to understand, for those of us who are watching who are maybe 50, maybe 60, the mothers, fathers at home right now, what are the apps, what are the websites that you use?
First of all, simple things, right? Naming the apps and all those things, there are multiple such things. But I'll give you how I actually select what to use, what not to use. Whenever I'm on the internet and whenever somebody asks me any kind of my personal detail, or whenever somebody asks, any kind of financial transactions to be made, I always look out for the HTTPS thing and the URL. If the site is HTTPS and they might be having that lockpad thing, everybody can see it. That means it is the communication that is going to happen on this particular website is going to be encrypted. It's going to be secure, right? So this is the best way to identify, and that also means that somebody has gone to the certification authorities to get the certificate, right? So you can actually catch hold of those bad guys. So always look out for the HTTPS things in the URL, right? That lockpad kind of a thing. One thing that because what I follow is, I don't know if you guys will understand this analogy or not, but there are legit marketplaces like app stores and the Google Play Store and everything, right? So these guys have a financial motive to have the secure apps on their platform, right? They invest a lot on the security, right? So, and the other thing is, if you are just going to download apps from the untrusted sources, they don't have any such motive. Only thing that they want is their agent to get installed in your machine, and then they can do whatever they want, right? It is same, like earlier. So till now we are having antiviruses for so many years, right? But still we can't able to catch the 0 day, right? It is because they don't have any kind of a signature, right? The security is not being enhanced to that kind of a thing. Same thing is with all these deepfakes, digital, and these fraud related stuff, right? Everything is going to be new, right? It is constantly evolving. So yeah, but when we talk about the apps and everything, I think the only way is use the legit sources, look out for the HTTPS options, right? And then there are apps. You can always see how many downloads are there.
Ankit, we're
Right?
running out
On
of
that
time,
store.
unfortunately. We'll have
Sure.
to have you back because I think, right,
Sure.
those are such important keys. Something as simple as when you're going to a website, check out that web address of the website, go right to the left-hand side on the top and see, does it see HTTPS? Is there a lock sign? That's a very, very helpful one move, but we'll talk to you more in the future just to understand what else we should be doing to make sure we're secure in every way.
Sure.
All right,
Sure.
thanks to Ankit for joining us on that. With that, we're going to slip into a very quick break coming up on the other side.